First of all, like I'm just psyched of the people that's in this genre. Man. Like I got a story from all y'all in this genre for real, and like I had like a whole blip situation before this, and y'all still managed to come and still make it, y'all, and like that means the world to me. But also like I haven't seen a couple of y'all in years. You know what I'm saying? Like I care about y'all. Some of y'all just seen the other day. I still ain't seen you before that. It probably been like a year and a half since I've been to your studio. Um, but like seeing y'all here right now, to like help me get through this whole situation means the world to me. So I'm so thankful for y'all coming up and like making time for me. This is who I am as a person, so you're gonna probably get this through all of it through. So, and I've been watching videos of me talking, and I'll be talking like shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that today. But again, thank y'all for coming. Candace.
Oh.
Candace, this is her space, the Lily. Candace, I mean, y'all see it. Y'all see it. That's it. And like, it's home. You know what I'm saying? And it feels black as a motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm one of them. But me and her went through a lot to put this situation together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever planned the art show or anything before, but this should take a lot of work while you're trying to live your life. You know what I'm saying? Take care of kids and stuff like that. But and another thing, I think of her like how I think about Opal. Like I think they're creative geniuses. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes Turn, I think the same way. Like sometimes I feel like people be saying shit and people just move on. That was a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like Candace not one of them people. She like if she say something, you probably should start getting on this shit like ASAP. Like so. With that being said, like we went through bumping our heads a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But she let me be me, you know, and she put her sauce in here, so she did like a lot of the space, and she had a lot of ideas when it came to like the marketing and like making some of the designs, man. So thank you for giving me this space and letting me go crazy and inviting all these people that I rock with. So I guess I'm gonna just start with like people always ask me what's the parking lot reference, and I feel like the parking lot is when I first started photography, I told myself how to shoot. Like I wasn't even doing it on purpose. I used to have an internet radio show, and back then people were stealing pictures off of internet and Facebook and making their own flyers, especially like for go-go's and shit. But I was cool with everybody that I wanted to interview on my show, so I took pictures myself, and then I got good enough. Somebody was like, "Who taking your pictures?" It's like I'm taking my damn pictures. So I started practicing, and then I started seeing a lot of like similarities between Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and myself, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know anything about Marvel Comics, Spider-Man was a photographer at the Daily Bugle, you know what I'm saying? And Peter Parker used to get picked on, people used to judge him and everything when he was Peter Parker. Meanwhile, Spider-Man, everybody was like, that nigga like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he did good for the people on both sides, you know what I'm saying? And he went through a lot that nobody really understood what he went through. I feel like not only do I embody that, but my photography kind of like takes on that spectrum. I'm colorblind. A lot of people don't know that. But through shooting photography, like sometimes I used to have Zoe help me pick my outfits up. You know what I'm saying? If you know me though, I don't care because I feel like I'm flying everything. Like my shit don't have to match you. If I feel like it's supposed to be, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But through that, like I would use a lot of contrast in my photography. So like when you get a chance to look at everything, when y'all ask me all the questions at any point too. But like I did a lot of making my pictures dark and grayish so I can make certain colors pop, make certain blues pop, yellows and greens and stuff like that, and it became like my signature. So anyway, like the parking lot idea came from a situation where I was teaching myself in my garage, my actual garage in my house, where we had that party at one time. And that was like my first parking lot party, to be honest. Now when I think about it, that was a great night. But anyway, I told myself in the garage, and I did it all over the summer, man. Like I was in my garage when it was raining, and it was peaceful, almost like how the studio is. Like just had these little moments, and then my friends would start working on their own separate projects in my garage. And it felt like different cars and different parking spaces in my garage, you know what I'm saying? So that's what the idea is like. And when I started going out doing these photo shoots everywhere, I was like, this feels just like the parking lot. We're right here creating what we want to create, and we making the story that we want to tell. You know what I mean? And so anytime you hear some parking lot stuff, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I could be out in Nebraska, some vibe is parking lot-esque. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a parking lot situation is. Also, that's another thing that you'll look at, like that you'll see in a lot of imagery. I did a lot of parking lot references in my photos. I feel like my focus really, like you see a lot of, how do y'all feel about photography? Like in general, like it's a time and age right now where video is so important, you know what I'm saying? And people using video for everything. How do y'all feel about pictures? The shit don't matter no more?
It's a lost art. It's really a lost art. A lot of people don't take the time to capture something. They know that their phone will get it, or they'll be able to retain it later. But the reverence that it takes to actually encapsulate something that means anything, it doesn't happen the way that it used to.
You know what you made me think about in this moment, yeah? I always had this concept about the roots and the cosmos, and I always use you and homie, I use y'all as a reference. I feel like people are equal. Roots are people that are like grounded and say things that are profound. They like animal whisperers, like training dogs and shit. I think cosmos are people that are like intergalactic thinkers, you know what I'm saying? Creative, that believe that the stars align for good timing and shit. That's what I feel about like the difference between like that and photography. Like we put it in our phones and it's digital, you know what I'm saying? And it's quick, but it separates you from the nostalgia of actually like feeling and seeing the actual pictures, you know what I'm saying? And actually looking at it and having a moment. Videos do that, but like if the grid go down, no more videos, right? You know what I'm saying? But those pictures last forever, you know what I'm saying? And another thing I tell people, like, I got a bad memory, but I look at a picture and I remember the time, I remember the date, I remember the temperature, you know what I'm saying? So that's what pictures mean to me. So that you made me think about that when you said that. Anybody else? What you think about photo?
I miss the excitement of taking photos.
Tell me.
So when I say excitement is I remember, getting the box joints, taking it, get developed, waiting for them to develop, waiting to go back and get them, get the envelope and open it and see what I captured. So I miss the excitement of taking photos, and the weight of it or getting it developed and going through that process. I miss the excitement of it. There's nothing exciting about it now.
Yeah.
Everything, my phone looks so good.
Yeah.
Everything looks so good.
Yeah.
So with the other ones, you catch a natural light. It was just such a natural experience.
Yeah.
Now everything just looks so good.
And that's another a key point to like my photography that I try to make a point of. Like you don't see a lot of like off-camera flash type shit on my. I'm a huge fan of natural everything. You know what I'm saying? Down to shade level. You know what I mean? So, like, I agree with you. Like, even when you was explaining that, like, if I was following you, I would just take a picture of you on your way to getting your picture developed, because that's an adventure in itself. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing is exciting. You know what I mean? So, I rock with that. Anybody else?
I would say it's a difference between taking a picture and photography.
How much?
It's just photography is like, it's more than depth than just trying to get the visual or capture the moment. It's more like everything that you got up here is just in the perspective of your eye. You know what angle you want to see, you know what you want to focus on, you know what you want to blur out. I done been through art school, so it's like, with this shit, it's just giving you a perspective of the mind of the artist and the imagination that the person is taking the photo of. I mean, it's kind of like a lost art, but it's not a lost art to artists.
Don't get barred up in here. You ain't hear that, okay?
Because I know, you know what I'm saying, I draw. So it's like, and it's like.
Melbo's a writer too, y'all. Like when you can actually like rap, I feel like you're a poet at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He has a way with words too. You know? But nah, you made me think about 2 points earlier when I showed you a photo. You was like, man, if I block this out, I would frame this as like a 70s or a 60s. You remember that? It was one of these pictures, right? The the one that like the reflection picture with my homies in the mirror. Like, first of all, people like, how did you take that picture? You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like the depth that it take people. You know what I'm saying? Like how he was explaining it. But that's what photography is. You know what I'm saying? Seeing stuff that people don't be saying. That now I see it. You know what I mean? Like I think that was dope that you said that earlier. I forgot what the other fucking point was, but but I also look at it as the art of seeing and understanding the little things in life. You know what I'm saying? Photography is also a way to express my feelings and my connection to like my bouquet team. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get on their fucking nerves with that camera. You know what I'm saying? Because I take pictures of everything, but I see the building blocks of our relationship. And when we're not even doing shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm able to take that gift and like translate it to when I'm out with Melvo. I did a shoot with Melvo and his daughter a couple of years ago. Like the relationship between the father and his daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I get to do, you know what I mean? Do y'all have any questions? I said I wasn't gonna talk to death on my mouth.
I do.
Tell me.
What did you shoot with? Because I remember seeing you shoot with your phone. We had a good conversation about that. But what did you shoot most of this with, or was it a combination of?
It was so mostly is what. Good question. I shot some of them with my Canon 7D. I got a new Canon R5. I shot some of it with that, and some of it I took with my phone. Yeah. And I'm saying this because I rock with every one of y'all in here, you know. But I'm like that. Like I'm really, but I don't. That's not who I am as a person either, though. You know, I don't walk around like that. You know what I'm saying? But if I could do this shit for free, I would do it, bro. I love taking. I love taking pictures. You know what I mean? Like I like rapping, and I'm very good at rapping. I love taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? I love taking pictures so much, I rap about taking pictures. So, like, yeah, man.
Correction, you did do this shit for free.
Nah, I made a lot of money. Actually, me and Candace broke some bread to make this happen, man. Again, man, thank you, Candace, for like everything that you did. I have a visual for y'all. Y'all don't have to sit and watch it. It's 30 minutes long. I know this jump supposed to be over at 6, but for y'all that just come and chill, like it's kids over there, so y'all can't smoke right now. Y'all can smoke outside, but I wouldn't do it period while the kids here. But it's a visual back there that I did for y'all. If y'all want to sit back and watch, it's 30 minutes long. But I wanted y'all to be entertained while people will be making this shit.
I do like another question.
Come on, and I want all the questions.
What's the time period of all these photos?
Oh shit, he's so good with questions. Cause I want to say like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
2017 and 9. Yeah. I got a situation. It's hard to pick my favorites out of these jumps, man. But well, I guess
what's your least favorite?
My least favorite.
This will be honest. You gotta be honest with our artistry, right? What's your least favorite?
I gotta look around. I never really. My least favorite was probably when they even made it in here. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, but all these different time periods hit because when I first took the picture, it was like looking at the girl that I met of my dream. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, I'm gonna marry you, and like that's literally how I be feeling about like certain situations. Like some days, bro, I go out and I take 10 tight ass pictures, and I don't need to take no more photos. sometimes I take 600 pictures, bro, and 4 of them type. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about how they move me in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I put nothing that I like the least favorite, but I do like probably have a jump that I really fuck with. I just don't know which one it is right now, especially since you put me on the spot. And actually, off the dome, the one I'm thinking about right now might be the one with Lex in there. She we got into an abandoned building on it wasn't even abandoned. It was just they was redoing some stuff. Google was. So they had like a whole floor that was just like nothing in it. So they let us in that joint, yeah. I stayed in there for like 6 hours. I was like, you just don't get opportunities like that, you know what I mean? But we got in there, and with a lot of my people that I take pictures of, like, I tell them to come as they are, you know what I mean? Like, you ask me what to wear sometimes, and I do have like an aim, but for the most part, a lot of people I know could dress like shit, like all of them could dress like shit. So I ask them come as they are, and they just have everything. That's one of my favorite ones because it reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Love Jones. It got that nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? And again, it's back to like that natural stuff that you're talking about. Like, you don't have to have much to be beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Like, just wake up and take the crust out your eyes, you know what I mean? The way her body's contorted in there, the balance of the contrast in that photo, the way you can see the shadows under her chin because of how she looked. Like, you can't really see her face in that photo, but it's tilted to its side. We can still pick up emotion. I like shit like that. Like, you barely see her face, but you can still feel the emotion coming from it. And she got a fro in that jump, like. And like, if I could go even deeper, like when you get to like the pictures are like this, right? This thin. But like when you're looking at them, you feel like you looking like, you know what I'm saying? So that picture also has like a lot of depth in the back. And I'm a huge fan of like, it's called bokeh. Like when you have somebody close in the background, that blurry background is called bokeh. It's B-O-K-E-Y, B-O-K-E-H. But that's probably like one of my favorites in this joint, bro. And then the second one will probably be that mirror joint with the homies. Like that's like I don't know, like an album cover. Yeah. I like the facial expressions in there.
I have a question. So I feel like I'm a creative, but when I go out, I have so many scattered ideas.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out and you decide you're going to take some pictures, how long does it take you to determine like, oh, I'm going to focus on this?
It's like ocean water, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm by myself. I'm swimming around this mud, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't even be thinking about photography. I'll be driving and I see some shit and then I start thinking about photography. So it's like whatever's there, especially like I used to take a lot of pictures with my homies on our road trips, you know what I'm saying? And they don't have no problem stopping for me, you know what I mean? So it's like that. I really move on how I feel. But days could go like 6 hours, maybe 7 hours, maybe 2 hours. I might try to squeeze something in if I got something else to do. But it's like about mood, man. Sometimes I put my earphones on and I just be going around the city on the scooter, just taking pictures, you know what I mean? So it just depends. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, go crazy.
So my question is about legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so when someone looks at your photos, what would you want them to know about you or think about you? Because I was telling Opal, I had a experience earlier this week at a DC event, and this elder, I didn't know who he was, and I almost dismissed him. But I actually sat and listened to him, and he turned out to be this civil rights well-known photographer. And he had a photo at the National Gallery of Art. And he was like, "You recognize that photo?" And I was like, "I do." And he was like, "I'm the photographer."
Go crazy.
So oftentimes we see photography, but we don't know who's behind it. We don't recognize the name. So what does that mean to you when it comes to like legacy? When people see your photos, who they think of, what they think of when they think about your work?
I want them to think mostly positivity. I want them to think mostly, definitely a Black American photographer. Like, my dad is from Jamaica, but like the people that I met here like mean the world to me, and that's just my American experience. You know what I'm saying? I want them to know it came from a black man's experience in America. But I think I want see what happens. I think to a lot of photographers, when you're a good photographer too, is people can do that. They'd be like, I bet you, oh, I took that. And that has happened to me. Like, I'm not no huge major photographer, but that has happened to me a lot. So I want them to think positivity, blackness, and creativity all at the same time. And most important, if I could say, perseverance. Like, I'm a huge faith person. Like, I be melting down on the inside, crumbling. But I also want to always leave my legacy for people to be like, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta block people out sometimes with your positivity. Some people think it's not realistic to be super positive. Sometimes shit be hitting the fan. But guess what? For that shit hits the fan moment, you need to have some positive thoughts to solve that problem. Can't do that in a negative space, you know what I mean? Back to my Peter Parker references, I feel like I dealt with a lot of silly references, like he's goofy, or he don't take shit serious, or he don't be paying attention. You would be so surprised about how much shit I be paying attention to. You would be surprised. And it's okay, because that's the little part of me that I keep hitting to myself. I might whisper it to one of my homies. But like, people need people. And I do that through photography. No problem.
Great.
That's it, y'all good?
What?
I'm
Good.
just doing my job.
Okay, now go ahead. Was you about to say something?
I was going to ask a question,
Okay.
but you can.
What inspires you the most, or where do you draw your inspiration?
People, but also I'm a people first. But I can say this proudly, I'm a very sensitive person. So, and I mean that in like a superpower way. Like, I feel shit around me, you know what I'm saying? So I literally, like when Judah came in, like it lifts my spirit, you know what I'm saying? When Q come in here, it lifts my spirit. Like, I'm a people's inspired type of person. Like, I get happy when I know something good and there's a bunch of black people around doing it together. So I'm moved by that. I'm moved by, like, I guess cartoons in a way, like anime and like star type shit. Like, I see shapes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm colorblind, but I see colors and think about something delicious. It's a house over there off of Illinois, the little circle. It's like a dark blue, and it always reminds me of blueberries, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm inspired off of stuff like that. And especially music. Music is the secret power to anything that you do creative. That and quiet, to be honest, too. Like, I didn't realize until late, and even to like the last couple of days, it's very important to have some absolute silence. Not quiet or low.
Silence has a sound.
Yes, but also, like, you have to, your mind is ultimately like DC, you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of one-way streets with a lot of shit going on, and it's traffic from everywhere. But you have to go to your garage, your parking space. You have to sit in your quiet. And like, I didn't realize how important me and Oprah do this. Like, when we working, when we study, we have to have some shit on. I don't know why I was born like that, but I've tried to create in silence and was knocking shit, Steph Curry type shit, just getting it in. But I'm addicted to the sound for some reason, you know what I'm saying? But like, your heart and your mind needs absolutely quiet. Like, it has to be silent, and there's no other option. It has to be silence.